it's okay.
All right, who's got the water tower? Is that you, Dan?
That's me, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm an in-scale modeler, and when I was down at my company sent me down to Bakersfield. While I was down there, I was at a hobby shop, and a guy came in, and a little water tower he went and scratch built. So I got back home and knew I needed one. So I built that over a weekend. That's evergreen styrene described.
Wow.
And then it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm ready to do the roof, and I couldn't figure out what can I do with shingles, or what can I do with the roof. I looked down, and then there's a paper bag, and on the top of paper bags there's the ridges cut so you don't cut your finger. So I cut the strips about 1/8 of an inch, and then I took a small pair of scissors and cut them back up a little bit, and then on the back side I took a black felt tip, and that bled through and individualized the shingles, and I just fish scaled them, laid them over, in strips, in a whole long strip, and then I cut it into the angles, and that's my shingles. It's more of an HO scale, but that works for shingles, and that's the most realistic shingles I've ever seen, and it came out of a paper bag.
This is great looking.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's not the
And then
shingles we
that's
normally
really
talk about, is it?
What's it? Oh.
Yeah.
And then that's was a German armored, railroad
Yeah, train.
train.
Is that G scale?
No, it's a 1/35 scale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were fairly large. They were bigger than tanks. I mean, a Tiger tank is, like that in 35th scale.
Okay.
And then the Russians went and, this is actually, most of them, the Russians captured them, put a 76 millimeter gun into them, but these are the 104 10.5 centimeter standard field howitzer that the Germans had.
So did you make that, or is that a
That's all
Dragon
scratch
kit?
built. That's
Scratch
all
built?
scratch
Wow.
built.
Okay.
And these rivets are Tichy Train Group. You can buy them. You can order them through the hobby model, train catalog. And this is evergreen styrene, and it's described styrene, and it's great for rivets because it's scribed, and they got your 40,000, 60,000 squares up to 1/4 inch, and so whatever scale and whatever rivet delineation, and where the lines come together, you can put a pin vise in there and drill it and stick the rivets through, and it's very simple. And then these the vision hatches, those are 6 different pieces of plastic. There's like a 20 by 20 square, or 20, I can't remember what thickness it is, on each side. Then I left the opening where the vision slot would be, then put a 20 by 40 at the bottom, and a 20 by 80 or 125,000, I can't remember what it was. I just used that welding glass for a flat surface and just made a whole long stretch of them, and then I just cut them to the widths. It's a very, once you figure out techniques to do it, it's a very simple to do.
Beautiful.
Are the turrets just sitting there, or are they mounted? I want to see inside of one.
Actually, I'll take this one off. This one should pop right off.
Okay.
That's, there's not a lot of interior detail. It's a curbside, so, but, and then it would actually have the canvas around it, and I don't know what I'm gonna try to do on that, but you can see the scribing in there. And it's easy to lay out for scratch building. I love that evergreen styrene for that.
Why the corrugated on the outside showing here?
That's gonna be doors. There's hatch doors there, and I just don't have the doors on it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the side, there's hatch doors there and everything. And then this is where the trucks would be, and that's what the journal boxes would be there for the...
The what
and then
boxes?
The journal boxes for the railroad wheels. And then these are the steps that would have been get in. Those would have been double doors. And then these are where the machine gun mounts would be. I haven't done those yet.
You gonna put it on a flat car?
No, this is the trucks will actually mount underneath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What scale is that?
35th.
So let me understand.
Uh-oh.
You put each individual rivet on that thing?
Yeah, I got some.
Come
They're
out.
very simple.
Yeah.
Model railroad store.
Yeah, the Tichy
never
Train
seen-
Group. They got anywhere from 20 thousandths up to 80 thousandths rivet head. and you just cut it off, you drill your hole. There's, depending on the rivet sizes, depending on the, there's about 4 different round the tube size.
Right.
And whatever drill you use, you match it up, and then you just drill your hole and stick the rivet through. And
So the answer to your question is yeah.
Yes.
but that was the simplest, easiest,
one
that's the
rivet at a
funnest
time?
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say used to be people were doing before they found that, is they'd actually do a drill a little divot, and they got the little tiny glass beads from the hobby store,
Yeah.
little like 1 mm glass
Yeah.
beads and gluing them and super gluing them little suckers.
yeah,
That's
And
a lot
then-
easier.
yeah. This is
Not
this.
a chance in Hades.
Yeah. Well, then
Never gonna be a boiler.
back in the '60s, guys would stretch sprue out, drill the hole, and then
And
you
put the
get a
screw
hot,
in and then
a
flatten
heat,
it.
heat
Yes,
right
it-
up to it, and not want
Yeah.
to touch it,
Yeah.
and it kind of just,
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
But,
tried
this
that
makes
one.
it
Like the
so
old
much
Tamiya
easier.
tracks, that's how you used to put them together.
I tried that
So
when I was
are
about
those,
10
are
years
those still
old.
being manufactured, you just find them left over?
No,
No,
these are still, man,
they're
you go
current.
to a Walters catalog.
Cause no, they used to make Grant
Online
Line
trade.
bolts, got bought out, and they quit making
Yeah,
them.
Grant Line, the guy retired, and he didn't sell his company off to anybody, and it's, now to find Grant Line stuff, it's getting rarer and rarer.
So go to our Facebook page and look at his fire truck. And then you guys are like kindred
use Grant Line
souls.
bolts.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they aren't Grant Line, I forget what they are, they come in a sheet, and they're actually a bolt, one side's the head, and the other side's the screw, and then you just take a razor blade and slice them
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Tichy also makes some nut and bolts also, and there's a few other companies that are, but not the volume of the Tichy
Well,
stuff.
what was the name of the guy that was building the shuttle launch?
Oh my God.
Pad?
Yeah,
It wasn't Rosie. What was his other name? There was another guy.
Mark remembers them.
Mark, yeah, yeah.
It was all scratch built, and it was huge, and it had lighting on it.
Reynolds
and
or
just,
something? Space Invent.
You know, did the ladders and
It
steps.
started out as a paper
Beautiful.
kit. The humidity in Washington was making it warp, so he converted everything into
Used
plastic.
the paper as a pattern, and
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
actually, he upscaled it too.
Yeah, he upscaled it, yeah.
They had full
Beautiful.
interior with computers and stuff you won't even
Computers,
see.
fans, lights, it was unbelievable.
You got that on
It's on our
our club page, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
if not, it's on my
Couple years
YouTube
back.
channel, so.
Yeah.
before Evergreen started building all their shapes, I remember an old Scale Modeler magazine article. This guy, he was from the '60s. He took the plastic from for sale signs, which is 40,000,
right.
Right.
and that's all he had. And he cut all of his strips and bent it. And I remember in the Scale Modeler, he did a jet engine with the impeller blades and the primary, secondary, tertiary impeller blades. And the tanks, and it was all for sale sign
Have
plastic.
you ever been up to the Renton motorcycle, the Renton model show for the IPMS
Oh,
model show?
yeah, yeah,
You ever seen
yeah.
the guy with all the orange, he's got a whole
Oh,
truck?
yeah. All
Those
his-
are for
his
sale signs
rescue,
also.
yeah, his rescue vehicles.
They're all from, he's got this one boat, and it looks like almost like a duck.
Yeah.
The 2.5 ton duck, but it's got like raised ribs around the side. It's the backside of some kind of for sale sign that was reinforced. But all of it, he doesn't use any evergreen. It's all for sale signs too.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah, if you want 40,000 sheet, go buy a for sale sign. It's about a quarter of the price as the evergreen stuff. But as I say, I buy the evergreen with the scribe because it's great for laying out. You don't, all your lines are straight already. You just take an X-Acto, use the back side of the X-Acto blade and scribe a couple times. They say you can just snap it, but I always like to scribe it a little bit more. And then, yeah, but it's so simple. Everything comes out square, and you just count, and I just lay it out with a pencil. I got a mechanical pencil, and you can see here in the, where is it at here? You can see some of the markings all.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
In the interest of
I hate
time,
to cut you off, but we
Okay.
we have to
got
be out of
more
here
to
at
go through
9.
and the awards to go.